Yeah. So in previous videos, I argued that the theory is coming, that it's gonna become mainstream, that it's gonna, and I based it partially on the stories that you can find in Genesis and the Bible. Now, you combine these two things together, and you can easily come to the conclusion that I believe I'm a prophet, that I believe I'm like a biblical prophet. That's what I think, and I think that I know what's going to happen because I have some kind of a revelation or something like that. That's not what I mean. All I did was make a prediction. A prediction. I'm looking at what exists right now. I'm seeing the conditions. I'm considering what possible dynamics can happen, and I'm saying this is probably what's going to happen unless, and I give an unless, and like there's probably other scenarios that can happen that it didn't enumerate, and my prediction couldn't turn out to be false, and honestly that would be great. I don't I don't need the destruction of what I said, the destruction of the abolition of democracy. I don't need this on my shoulders. I'm fine keeping things as they are. So, but now you need to. But more importantly, it's what does the theory say about about prophecies? So the first thing to make clear is that you cannot. There is no fatalism. The theory rejects the idea of fatalism, the idea that your future is predetermined. No way. If experience is fundamental, if it's causally independent, then it's causally independent. It cannot be determined, not by the physical world and not by anything else other than itself. So, and so there's no way that some dude or girl made a prophecy in year zero, and in year 10 or 100 or 1,000 it had to happen. That kind of prophecy is impossible according to the theory. You just can't force the future to be what you say. You can hit by mistake, the same way a broken clock can be correct twice a day, but that's it. And that would make it sound as if the fulfillment of a prophecy in the present is impossible, right? I just said that can't happen. Well, no, that's not what it says. The perception of a prophecy being fulfilled can definitely happen in the present, and I'm pretty sure that many people that I know, including sometimes myself, have this feeling as if they knew this is gonna happen, and that there were signs for it happening before, and then it's being actualized. And if there wasn't really a prophecy, then this is just make believe, and can be all lies, and it definitely can be in many cases just that. You think that you would be told that someone made a prophecy, and then that it came to be, but the truth is no one made that prophecy, and the fact that the prophecy seems identical to what's happening right now is simply because the existence of that prophecy was invented just now, and the one who invented it knew it. That's definitely possible, but the theory offers yet another option, which is what I call metatemporal evolution, which is basically the experience's ability to drift between and leap between incoherent universes. That's experience's ability to make choices is not by obeying the laws of nature. That's not a choice. The choices experience makes, the freedom of the will, is is overrides the laws of nature, and therefore it can also produce different past. And in that different past, there could, what, even if prior there wasn't any prophecy, a prophecy may emerge. You may find a prophecy being this, like you would find, for example, a contrived example, you would find a cave with prophecies written in it that make it seem as if that those prophecies that were made thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago are now being fulfilled. But the cave has, according to the theory, that cave needn't have existed before. It came to exist just now. Of course, you can't do it by yourself. The masses need to do it together for a cave to emerge. Everyone needs to agree on the change. You cannot be just the will of one person. This is what I call a mass body space migration. It's a concept in the theory. Now, so prophecies can definitely happen, but when actualize, get fulfilled. But when they do, what it means is explicitly not that someone made a prophecy a long, long time ago and now it's being actualized. What it means is someone recently has tinkered with these metatemporal capacities, has tinkered with mass body space migration and changed reality, so that this evidence that this prophecy ever existed comes to be. And the prophecies that are really there from for a long time, like for years, for hundreds of years and thousands of years, they have very little, if any, chance of ever becoming real. Now, that sounds like an opinion, a very opinionated, very for if you were religious. If you're non-religious, this entire topic will sound dumb to you. But if you are religious, if you believe in this stuff, you'd think, oh, this is blasphemous. But but if you read the Bible, you'd actually see that, I'm talking specifically about the Judeo-Christian Bible, you'd see that that's actually not the case. The Bible is telling a story that is coherent with this. That's what I argued in a different video. Specifically, you can see in the Bible that God, according to the Bible, has this capacity, this metatemporal capacity. It has the capacity to create out of thin air, from the void, to create light, to create water, to create the heavens, to create. It's not a creation through the laws of nature. It's a metatemporal change. So it has this capacity to change reality. And with it can also change evidence of what was a prophecy or whatever, all that stuff that I just mentioned. But then in the same book, just a chapter after, you can see that same God that is capable of doing all that is not capable of preventing Adam and Eve from doing what they want and eating the forbidden fruit, or prevent Cain from killing his brother, even though God definitely didn't want that. So he has all this capacity, but he cannot override the freedom of the will. And you have also prophecies about the future, about the coming of the Messiah and all that stuff, and they never actualize. And the only hope that they will ever actualize, according to scripture, as far as I understand, is that many people will believe it. What happens when many people believe something? You get mass body space migration. You get reality changes. And then the prophecy that was fulfilled can finally become real, but not because it had to. It's because the masses changed reality so that it would actualize. So prophecies, the concept of prophecy is much more tricky than it's not as trivial as it sounds, and it doesn't contradict the idea of freedom of the will, but it is definitely limited by it.